Filing the wrong type of patent can cost you time, money, and protection. Should you start with a provisional patent application or go straight for a non-provisional? So let's clear it up. What is a provisional patent application? People wrongly call it a provisional patent. But it isn't a patent because it isn't a grant of rights that you could use to stop other people from making, using, or selling your invention. It's called a provisional patent application because it's just an application. It's a placeholder. But it could be a very powerful placeholder that gives you a 12-month window to say patent pending while you test, refine, further develop, or seek additional funding. But a provisional patent application doesn't get examined by the patent office. It gives you a timestamp, and that timestamp gives you priority for whatever it is that was enclosed in the provisional patent application, so that if you file the full patent application during the next year, you get priority from that filing. Some good times to use a provisional application is while you're still refining your invention, when you want to show others, such as investors or manufacturers, the details of your invention and you want to do it safely. When you want to secure an early filing date before going public, and don't consider that in a hotly contested, quickly developing technology area such as AI, it can be a bit of a race to the patent office. Our patent system is first to file, and as they say, great minds think alike. So it's highly possible that someone else could be looking to file an application for an invention similar to yours. And if they file before you, they will have priority over you toward getting the patent. A non-provisional patent application, also known as a utility patent application, that starts the real patent process. Filing a non-provisional patent application is a necessary step to have your invention be reviewed by a patent office examiner and ultimately toward getting your application approved and granted as a patent so that you can stop other people from making, using, or selling the invention. When's a good time to file a non-provisional patent application? When your invention is fully developed and ready for protection. When you know you're going to need that enforceable patent sooner rather than later. It typically takes a long time from the time that you start the process to someone actually catches on and begins to copy your invention, and then you need that patent in place in order to enforce those rights. Typically, that's a long time period. Also, when you're prepared for the examination process and the costs associated with it. Sometimes inventors want to speed up the process, and there are various ways that we can speed up the examination process. But as a result, they spend a good amount of money getting the patent application filed, and then that expedited examination means that a short time later, it gets reviewed and gets a first rejection. Ordinarily, that's a rather expected part of the process. But if that rejection comes too soon, and maybe the expense is coming sooner than you're ready to handle it. So speeding up the process isn't always a good thing, but if you're prepared for the examination process, then you might consider filing a non-provisional patent application from the beginning. Let's look at the key differences side by side. In terms of the filing fee, provisional patent application filing fee is pretty low, about $75 to $300, while the filing fee for a non-provisional application is significantly higher, currently between $430 and $860. Now, the same is true about attorney's fees. A provisional will cost less, maybe between $5,000 and $7,500 for a well-written provisional, whereas the utility costs about twice as much as that, between around $10,000 and $1,500. With regard to examination, provisional patent application is not examined. Now, for a non-provisional application, it will be fully examined by patent office examiner. Now, in terms of protection, a provisional patent application serves as a placeholder for your priority date, but it's not enforceable to stop other people from making, using, or selling your invention. A non-provisional patent application filing also establishes priority and sets you on that path to have an examiner approve your application, which would lead to you being able to enforce your rights against anyone making, using, or selling the product. Regarding timeline, the provisional expires in 12 months. If you don't follow it up, then it's abandoned. Whereas a non-provisional patent application can lead directly to a 20-year patent grant. Regarding strategic use, a provisional is good for testing, R&D, and securing your date, whereas a non-provisional is a necessary and important step for seeking enforceable rights. Now, here's some big mistakes that inventors make. Mistake number one is filing a provisional with a vague, rushed description that makes it useless later. As I mentioned earlier, a provisional patent application is only as good as it is well written. Mistake number two is waiting till the last minute to convert a provisional or not leaving enough time for a good non-provisional application to be prepared and filed. And the third mistake is going straight to a non-provisional when you're not ready. If you file a non-provisional application and then 6 months in, you abandon the project, then you ended up spending much more to establish your priorities so that you could explore the market than you needed to. A provisional would have been a better way to get yourself protected enough to explore the market and then find out that you're not going to continue the project. Filing the wrong patent type is a mistake you can't afford. If you're unsure which path is right for you, book a free strategy call with me, or grab my book, The ABA Consumer Guide to Obtaining a Patent, for a full step-by-step breakdown. Links are in the description. Have you been told by someone to just file a provisional without knowing why? Share your experience in the comments, but don't include any confidential information. Don't provide any details about your invention. I'll reply and help you sort out the right approach. In the next video, I'll show you how much a patent actually costs. The key to saving money is making sure that your attorney not only understands your invention, but also understands your goals. Click here and I'll guide you through.